After looking at the configuration that I had for a bit, I realized what was happening. I'll show you what was happening. On the gimbal, what was happening was on the tilt axis motor, it was hitting the stop. And what was happening, it was going clunk, clunk, clunk. I'll show you what I mean. I've got a little piece of video that shows that.
Get warmed up.
I then watched the video that Evo had put out on using a GoPro Session 5 and the Evo SS gimbal and mounting it on a motorcycle roost for a child. And this was to stop the bouncing around. The Stuntman action camera mount is very similar to the motorcycle roost. It's about half the price of the motorcycle roost. So when I looked at the video, I noticed two very important things. And I'm going to show you this configuration that I have with the mount and the camera is actually the correct way. And I'm going to show you two important things that I found out. I'm going to turn the gimbal to the side here and notice the clip on the GoPro Session camera. I'm pointing it out here right now. Notice that right there. Well, I had mounted it down here. So basically the cage had been mounted for the GoPro 180 degrees different. So what I did was I changed that. Then the other thing is on the tilt motors. Notice this white spot here. This is where you can plug the gimbal into the camera and actually charge your camera to extend the life of the battery on your camera. This was the thing that I saw in the video that Chris had made for the motorcycle roost. I noticed that this was up when he was configuring this. So the other thing that's very, very important I found was when you start the gimbal up, it's very, very important to hold the motors in the position you want. I'm going to actually start this up right now and watch what happens. Okay. I'll start the gimbal, and there, the gimbal motors have taken in place. And you see, now, watch what happens when I roll down. No problem there. And then when I roll up, I keep going, I keep going, I keep going. Yes, I can go all the way up. Doesn't make any difference, but the down is the real key one here. So that worked out well. Watch what happens if you don't hold the motors. Watch how things get set up. Okay? First of all, the camera is backwards. But this was the way that I had the camera, although with the actual lens facing forward. And what? See what happened? Boom, 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 boom. So that's really important, because initially when I did this, I started up and I got the same thing, and then I couldn't figure out why I was getting it. But then I realized, like I say, I'll show you again. I've turned the gimbal off. Okay, so I orient the camera the way I want it. Here, like this. Hold it in place. Gimbal starts up, and there we go. And there we are. And what I'll do is I'll just put a short clip of video that I've taken with the camera in this configuration, and it actually works great. So I'm really excited because I actually really like this Stuntman action camera mount. I recommend it. You can get it off of directly from the Stuntman folks themselves, or I think they sell them on Amazon too. I'll put some links in the description. And I certainly like this Evo gimbal. It's really great. It's really, really good. So solving this problem has been a real it's been very exciting, and it's been great to get out and get some great footage with it. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like what you've seen today, please consider subscribing. Thanks a lot, and just get out there and ride.